It was about 6 o'clock, late August, and we were coming back from a weekend away, and we decided to stop at outside of Rhinebeck, where there was a little walking trail and a nice pond. And as we're making our way from the parking lot to go into the path, this woman, and she looked like she's maybe 25, she started getting our attention. She started kind of waving her hands, and she looked a little bit distressed. And at first, I didn't realize that she was looking at us because there were a few other people in the parking lot, and I thought maybe she's with them. But it became kind of clear as those people left that she was trying to get our attention. So she started waving her arms at us, and then we went over there and we asked her if she needed help, and she wouldn't speak. She was just kind of miming and sign languaging. And then she took a stick and she wrote something in the sand. And we said, "Do you want us to call someone for help?" And she started nodding her head yes. She typed the number into the phone and we called this number. Somehow we were slowly learning that she needed a ride and she kind of got left behind. And she wanted us to call her mother's house to come and pick her up. But she went from being mute and waving her arms to carving in the sand with her stick to whispering. She to tell us that the reason she's there was that she had gotten dropped off earlier in the day to go swimming at the swimming hole because all the lakes in Poughkeepsie are polluted. Then her mother was just really late coming to pick her up. But why she didn't have a towel or a phone or a bag was a little bit confusing. So I always thought that her story sounded kind of like there were missing parts. So then once we made contact with her stepdad, her mother's on her way, we said, okay, well, we're going to go for a walk now into the woods. We'll see you later. And she's like, oh, I'll join you. So she starts walking with us through this woods that she was familiar with. And she was telling us stories. And now she's talking at a fully normal voice. Like she's not whispering anymore. She's just fully normal and also seems really confident. And the conversation starts to be about horror films that she likes to watch from Korea. And as we're walking through the woods, I think we're all, at least I was, thinking, okay, this is our escape plan in case this girl goes mental cakes in the woods with us. Anyway, so she seems kind of like a normal person, albeit her strange introduction to us and her strange outfit. But she had this very haunting look, and she did go into the water. With her, did she go into the water?
It's so strange because she was like this very frail figure with this kind of like loose dress on, and then she like entered the water, and so then the water kind of like suctioned the dress to her.
Right, she never took the dress off, which could have been a nightgown or could have been a cover-up. It was like unclear, but it was clear that she was like an extremely thin person that just sort of added to her frailty. We get back to the parking lot, and I look around and I said, well, do you see your mom's car here? And she's like, no, I'm not sure. She's like, you know what? I think my mom probably like parked the car and then went into the woods to go to the lake to find me. So I'm just going to go and see her. Bye. And she takes off into the walking trail that goes into the lake. And she just kind of leaves us all standing there. We get in the car and we drive home, and we spend like an hour of the car ride home dissecting the story. And what emerges in our post-event analysis is that despite her presenting as like this really frail, troubled person, ended up being completely in control and had utterly manipulated all of us. And it was like her terms, her rules. Like she got our attention, she joined us in the woods, and then she decided when she was ready, when she was going to take off. Don't know to this day what her story was, but it just seemed like we had been really manipulated.